While we cannot go out to restaurants, meals continue to be delivered. Hunger and loneliness have been an issue in our communities long before this pandemic. However, now with the COVID crisis and the pressures, economic pressures it brings, the need is even greater, especially among our seniors. We are joined today by Suzanne Washington from Portland, Oregon, where she is the CEO of Oregon-based Meals on Wheels people. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for being with us.
Happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
So year-round, groups like yours deliver meals, but how has the demand for meals grown during the COVID crisis?
The demand skyrocketed in that middle of March. We serve both Oregon and Southwest Washington state. And in both areas, the daily requests for enrolling and to get a meal went up like by 450, 500%. Just in that, used to be we got maybe 10 requests a day, and then we were getting 100 or more requests a day.
Amazing. And to get all those meals cooked and delivered, of course, it must take a lot of people. Have you got new volunteers signing in during this crisis?
Yes, two things actually happened. We had to close our congregate dining centers and go to all delivery, a no contact type of delivery. And so we had staff that used to be cooking out in these 22 different centers. We reassigned those folks to come in and help produce the meals in our central kitchen. And then volunteers, we had more than 1,000 people sign up in the first 2 weeks. So it's been an amazing kind of outpouring of support, both on the volunteer side, as well as folks who are donating funds to help us produce those extra meals.
Thank you. And in this context, we don't always think of what comes with the meal. How important is it for for people, especially for seniors, to get that knock on the door and checking in with them?
I think that's the hardest part of the whole pandemic is the isolation that seniors are feeling and people with disabilities who are locked into their homes. They don't get that volunteer at the door every day because most of us across the country and across the world really have gone to fewer delivery time because of the exposure, the risk of exposure. So we deliver once a day, but since they don't get to see the volunteers every day, and it's so important to check in with them, we're doing wellness check calls, and I know my peers across the country are as well, where we do wellness check calls, and we started a program for volunteers that are calling and doing friendly chatting. So the clients have signed up, those who want to talk on the phone, and volunteers are calling every day just to check on folks and have a chat and make sure they're not isolated in their homes.
And that's so important. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for joining us today. And we send our best wishes to everybody in Oregon and to Meals on Wheels, sorry. To find Meals on Wheels on your local area, please go to mealsonwheelsamerica.org.